A Spider's Adventure by Maggie O'Casiry. A spider named Sage lived in a hole in the ground with her grandmother and grandfather. She always loved life with them, but did miss her parents. However, just like her mother and father, she dreamed of adventure. Sage decided she would go explore the giant building nearest to her home. Once she heard a human call it a school, so she guessed that's what it was. She found a crack by the bottom of the brick wall and slipped in. There inside was a place filled with magical objects Sage had never seen before. Sage heard a chipper melody coming from a cricket. She wanted to find it to become its friend. I wonder where the cricket is. The ground began to shake. The little spider looked and saw a giant. Sage had seen giants before, but never up close. Yikes! The teacher placed a blue bucket over Sage. The next thing Sage knew, she was trapped inside. Help! Stuck in the bucket, Sage felt all of her hope disappear. Now she would never get home to her family. She wished she had never gone on this adventure. For hours she stayed curled up in a ball, refusing to move. Then it was time for recess. The teacher picked up the bucket. Sage could sense freedom, and her hope rose. Sage crawled all over the bucket with excitement. The teacher smiled, seeing the spider so happy. Outside, the teacher tilted the bucket towards the grass. She was free indeed, but realized home was still out of reach. She didn't know where she was, so Sage started walking in the direction that looked like her homeland. Sage came to a pasture with a horse and her foal. Hopefully, they could point her in the right direction before she'd end up more lost. Pardon me, Mare. Can you help me find my home? The mare, Jackie, told Sage to climb on her back, and she'd help her. Jackie galloped as fast as she could to the edge of the pasture, and she leaped over the fence. Jackie stopped when she came to a large pond. She explained the situation to David the duck. He nodded and said he'd take Sage across the water. David took Sage through the pond, stopping to say hello to the inhabitants, including the frogs and otters. All the while, Sage enjoyed the view. Hi, friends! On the other side of the pond, Sage came down from David's back. Then she wandered through the tall grasses, all alone, feeling defeated. Sage made it beyond the tall grass, but then she saw a new problem. The sun was setting. Her journey had led her to a tree. Luckily, she saw a hole and knew she could spend the night up there. Up the tree she climbed to her campsite. All cozy on the leaf-pile bed, Sage was able to fall into a peaceful sleep. In the morning, Sage woke up to find she had some visitors. They didn't come to say good morning, though. They came for breakfast. Just then, Squeaky the squirrel came racing up the tree, chattering. Squeaky puffed her tail and glared at the birds. Fortunately, it was enough to scare them off. Leave her alone! Luckily for Sage, she had stayed the night in her best friend's home. Squeaky was at a sleepover with another squirrel and had returned just in time. Are you all right, Sage? Yes, thank you. To keep her best friend safe, Squeaky told Sage she would take her all the way home because she knew the way. Off the two went to the hillside where Sage lives. Sage's grandparents were thrilled to see she returned safely. Plus, they had a surprise for her. Her parents were home from their adventure. Next time Sage goes on a journey, she promised to bring Squeaky to avoid getting lost. Still, it was quite an adventure for a spider. The end. For more reading adventures with Maggie, subscribe below. Thanks for listening!